Welcome to mp3travelclub.com's ninth video in our series on editing with Picasa, or managing photographs with Picasa. We're looking at complex tuning tools in this video, and I apologise, but this one's going to be a little bit technical. Okay, so the first thing we need to think about is colour temperature, and this is an idea that camera designers and photography experts talk about, but it's really a way of describing the sort of prevailing light conditions and the relative brightness of different colours. So candle flames tend to be orangier, tungsten filament lamps tend to be sort of nearer candles than the fluorescent lamps, and then as you get out to the daylight, it tends to be more and more blue in the picture. Okay, and obviously as you get to daylight, then what you find is that there's a very high proportion of blue light when the clouds are filtering out all the infrared and the red. And the CRT blue screeny light is the kind of light you see when the television's on in a dark room, and you can see the picture changing and flickering. That's very bluey quality. And then we have color balance. It's to do with the algorithms that cameras have, where they balance the red, green and blue pixels levels of colour. They kind of make assumptions about the colour temperature as a result of that, and when they get that wrong, the photograph differs from the human eye's perception a bit, and colour balance is something we have to correct, and Picasa gives us a way of bringing the colour balance back to something that looks natural with the colour temperature. Okay, so let's have a look at this wheel first. The colour wheel shows how red, green and blue can be mixed to make the various colours. Now if you look in the middle, it's commonly believed that it's going to be white, but actually the middle is grey. So the common algorithms used by cameras generally assume that the colours in the picture are on average grey, but that isn't necessarily true. If you've got a very bluey light or a very orangey candly light, then the colours aren't on average grey. And this will lead to a mismatch between the colour temperature and the colour balance that we on the previous slide. And so while our brain can fix it, cameras don't and can't. And so in a few percent of the pictures, the camera will give us a badly balanced colour. In that case, we need to show Picasa a neutral colour, i.e. grey and white, and that's what the neutral colour picker does. So let's have a look and see what that looks like in practice on the screen. Okay, starting from the library again, let's have a look at this snowy sunset here. Right, double click on that in the complex tuning tab here, and we have the two controls we want to look at, colour temperature, and you can see that's obviously distorting it. The histogram's gone crazy off the edge there, and then we can go back the other way. Oh, that's rather nice and orange. We're beginning to get rather too many overbright reds, and we're missing some different colours. So that's not great. In fact, it's not that badly balanced, this thing at all. And if we use the automatic colour balancing thing, you can see that actually it really doesn't move it at all. Let's just have a look to see how the neutral colour picker works on this one. That's rather orangey. We probably want to show it that. So this white line, and probably the best white line we're going to find is going to be along this strip of snow here. That's suddenly got a little bit more purpley, hasn't it? But I quite like that, so I'm going to leave that to nail that effect. We just go back to the library, and the photograph has been done. Right, I hope you found that interesting and useful, and if you did, please share it with a friend, comment on the YouTube, or like it, or even go over to the blog and like it. Looking forward to showing you our next video, which will be about Picasa's sharpening effect, and it's a brilliant way of really cleaning up your photographs and making them crystal clear.